Hello guys, welcome back to HW Sports 90, and we are going to discuss the title race in the Premier League with Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City all fighting for the title this season. So coming into this weekend, Arsenal were the leaders with 71 points. They were being followed by Liverpool with 71 points, and the third team was Manchester City with 70 points. That was game week 31. So game week 32 in the Premier League in the weekend, we had fixtures where Manchester City were facing Luton Town at home and Arsenal were facing Aston Villa at home. On the other hand, Liverpool were also facing Crystal Palace at home. So both of the three teams were playing at home, which I saw it as an advantage for the three teams to produce a good result. But that wasn't the case, as both Arsenal and Liverpool all dropped points at home this weekend in favor. Manchester City won at home, and it meant that the weekend ended with Manchester City on top of the Premier League with 73 points, being followed by Arsenal with 71 points, and Liverpool finds themselves third with 71 points. So let's discuss Arsenal versus Aston Villa. I wasn't expecting that kind of result, being that Arsenal were playing at home and that they've been brilliant this season. They've been playing a good football, and they've not lost a single Premier League game this year since that summer break. They went on Dubai. I remember they were having a very bad form in, I think, in November, December, but after that short break, they came back and they were on form. They were scoring goals, and they were brilliant to watch. If you ask me, I wasn't expecting Aston Villa to come at the Emirates Stadium and go back at the Villa Park with 3 points. I was thinking maybe, you know what, the most Aston Villa can come out with this game is maybe a draw, that is a 1 point, and it will be a hard-fought one. But I was surprised to see that Aston Villa went back to the Villa Park with 3 points and 2 goals, and also a clean sheet against a superior team like Arsenal, who I think have the best defensive record in the Premier League and also the best attacking, attacking in the Premier League. Remember, they have the most goal and also considered the least goal in the Premier League. They have William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, who have been, I think, the best defensive partnership in the Premier League this season. So Aston Villa, with Oli Watkins in form, I think they've been superior as well. But this game, I thought Arsenal could take it as an advantage because they played after Liverpool lost at Anfield, and I think they will. I thought they could play with a vision of getting the 3 points and moving the first place with 74 points, 3 points ahead of Liverpool and 1 point ahead of Manchester City. So, but Aston Villa were relentless in this game. I remember the first half, it was all about Arsenal. They were showing attacking threats, but somehow they didn't score a goal, and thanks to their former goalkeeper Emi Martinez, who kept them at bay and made sure that Aston Villa went to the break at on a 0-0. And in the second half, there were a bit of changes as Martin Odegaard was substituted, and according to Arteta, he was substituted due to the discomfort he felt in his knees. So maybe he's injured, or it was just a knock and a precaution to avoid serious injury. So he was subbed off, and Smith Rowe started, or rather came in his position. But looking at the Arsenal first 11, I was a bit shocked to see Kai Havertz in midfield, because I think Kai Havertz is more, and I think he's been brilliant this season when playing as a number 9 or as a left wing for Arsenal. I think when he came to Arsenal, I think this is the midfield that Arteta was using. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Kai Havertz. The midfield wasn't working for Kai Havertz because I remember he was on 0 goals and 0 assists when playing as a midfield for Arsenal. But since he started playing as a number 9 for Arsenal, I think he's been superior, scoring goals with the header and making those kind of decisive winning goals. I remember the 2 goals he scored against Brentford home and away. It was they were decisive in the both games. So I think Kai Havertz starting as a midfielder, that was the first mistake that Mikel Arteta did today, and also starting Leandro Trossard in place of Martinelli, because I think Trossard has been brilliant when coming on in the second half. You know, he scored some goals as a substitute, and I think it's been brilliantly playing well when coming on as a substitute. So I think those are the two mistakes that I think Mikel Arteta did in that game, and it cost them their 3 points, and also thanks to their former goalkeeper Emi Martinez, who kept them at bay. So Aston Villa scored 2 goals in 2 minutes as Leon Bailey pounced in to score the first goal in 84th minute, and 3 minutes later Oli Watkins scored his 19th goal of the Premier League with a powerful lob shot ahead on top of David Raya to make it 2-0 for Aston Villa at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal had the better chance of scoring, but I think Aston Villa had some of the chances in the first half with Telemans, you know, hitting the crossbar and the woodwork, and also, you know, they were threatening. So Arsenal had 4 shots on target, and those 4 shots on target, they were not fruitful as they scored 0 goals. On the other hand, Aston Villa had only 2 shots on target, and those two shots on target, they scored 2 goals through Oli Watkins and Leon Bailey. With that 2 goals and 3 points, Aston Villa are now 4th in the Premier League with 63 points. 3 points ahead of Spurs, who have played a game less. On the other hand, Arsenal are 2nd with 71 points as they drop points in the first time this year. So the next game Arsenal are playing in the Premier League is against Wolves on Saturday, so away at the Molineux. So I think that they'll go into that game with one thing in mind: going there and getting the 3 points and getting the job done. But before that, they'll be visiting the Allianz Arena to face Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarterfinals, second leg. So as I said earlier, also Liverpool lost at Anfield 1-0 to Crystal Palace. One of the shocking games of the weekend that I witnessed, because Aston Villa is a bit understandable, because Aston Villa is a superior team, you know, and for them to win at the Stadium and beating Arsenal home and away this season, I think they've been brilliant. And I can say Arsenal losing yesterday against Aston Villa is a little bit more justified than Liverpool losing at Anfield against Crystal Palace. You know, that was Crystal Palace's first away win in the Premier League since November. Yeah, since November they've not won away, and it was their first win in 6 games and their first away win since November. Tells you a lot about Liverpool this season. Liverpool have lost at Anfield in back-to-back games, and it's not looking good for the Reds, as they are now in a very tight situation. They find themselves in a tight situation, as they need to back up. They need to come back very, very soon, and they need to you know, as I said in the last video, Liverpool lost against Atalanta 3-0 at Anfield. They lost against Crystal Palace 1-0 at Anfield. So they've conceded 4 goals. They've scored 0 goals and lost 2 games at Anfield. I think it's a bad 2 games, and the worst 2 games for Liverpool at home. And against Crystal Palace, they were wasteful. They had chances. Yeah, it's about converting chances that you have or you create in the game. They created chances a lot in the game, but they failed to convert. And Darwin Núñez was subbed off in the second half after a horrible first half show against Crystal Palace. It was Crystal Palace who scored first through Eberechi Eze in the first half, in the 19th minute, and Liverpool were looking to respond. But as I said earlier, Darwin Núñez missed chances and he was subbed off in the second half. And I think in the second half as well, it was all about Liverpool creating chances, yes, but failing to convert them. You see the chance by Harvey Elliott. He failed, or rather Curtis Jones. He failed to make it 1-1. Also, Diogo Jota with a very good chance. He found himself in the position in the box. The goalkeeper was far wide, and he was left with wide goal open, but he failed to convert. Mohamed Salah had a chance to make it 1-1 as well, but he shot straight at Crystal Palace defense. I think it was a brilliant defending from Crystal Palace, and I think the worst attacking threat by Liverpool, as they were firing blunt against Dean Henderson's goal. So brilliant game by Crystal Palace, perfect gameplay, but to Liverpool it was the worst game. I think it can define their season. Remember, they were in for quadruple, but it seems it's now it can be only just one trophy that they can about. They lost against Manchester United in the FA Cup, so mean they're out of the FA Cup. They need to score 4 goals against Atalanta away without a reply to make the semi-final of the Europa League. And the Premier League, they find themselves third, 2 points below leaders Manchester City. And I think Manchester City on top in the Premier League is always a bad omen for its competitors, because I think Manchester City is a very superior team, and in this kind of stage of the football, only Arsenal can tell more about Manchester City, because even Liverpool can tell more about it. Because when Manchester City are always on top, it's always difficult for them to drop down. So I think it's going to be a good run for them. They have games remaining. They have 6 games remaining, and looking at their fixtures, I think they have the easiest one compared to Arsenal, who are yet to play Tottenham, who are yet to play Manchester United, who are yet to play Chelsea as well. So I think they have the easiest run of games, Manchester City, compared to Arsenal and Liverpool. I think Arsenal have the toughest run of games, and losing against Aston Villa was quite a disappointment for the fans, and also for Mikel Arteta, who was questioned in the first half. He was questioned after the game about his his selection for his squad selection, and he said, you know what, I'm the manager and I decide the first 11. So this tells you a lot about Arsenal, and how they're disappointed to come out of the game without scoring a goal, or rather losing the game at home in front of the home fans, who have been having hopes for them to lift their first trophy in over 2 decades. So Liverpool, on the other hand, also they were down, and I think they need to rise up and pull up their socks and get good results in the next game they have. So I think in the next games between these three clubs, it's all about not losing. Yeah. So if Manchester City manage to win all their games, they'll be champions. So it's all about Manchester City at the moment, and Arsenal and Liverpool will be hoping that the citizens drop points at least this season, and they win all their games, and maybe Arsenal and Liverpool can still win it. There's going to be a twist in this Premier League race, as it has been since February. Both Arsenal and Liverpool have a chance of going top of the Premier League next weekend, when Arsenal are facing Wolves away, and also Liverpool are facing Fulham away. So both the teams have a chance of overtaking Liverpool or Manchester City in that first position, as Manchester City will be playing the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea at Wembley. So it's a chance for Arsenal and Liverpool to move on top again, and we could see it another team on top of the Premier League. I think it's been Liverpool and Arsenal on top of the Premier League, and Manchester City now this weekend they are on top, but we could see a change in that top position next weekend, as Liverpool and Arsenal are playing, and City will be playing in the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea. So will Arsenal respond with a win against Wolves, and also will Liverpool respond with a win against Fulham? Fulham, I think, is the best team so far. They've had a good season as well, and playing at home against Liverpool, and they have that kind of thing that we can win it. Crystal Palace did it, Atalanta did it, even Manchester United, who are having the worst season, have gone unbeaten against Liverpool in 3 outings this season. So they have that belief that if we play our best game, we can do it and upset Liverpool, and maybe kill the title hopes forever, and that will be it for Liverpool. So we all look at that game, but before that, Liverpool are facing Atalanta, and they're looking to win the game by scoring 4 goals. Bayern Munich, Arsenal are facing Bayern Munich at Allianz Arena, as they are looking to qualify for the next round of Champions League, that is the semi-final. So we all await that to happen, but at the moment, it's all about the Champions League this week, which I will come up with videos in the next couple of hours discussing the next phase of the fixtures that we have. Thanks for watching.